crazy. Look, I do a lot of bike riding, but that one, I can't even walk straight. So I know I ain't gonna be able to go into no trails, on the cliff and all of that. But any other kind of bike ride, I'm the girl.
Can I tell you a funny story? I have a mountain bike, and me and Mike used to go mountain biking, and I'm terrified of snakes. And we went this one time, and it was full of snakes. And I literally, like, he was way ahead of me, and I screamed so loud because there was a huge snake, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna run over, and it's gonna come and bite me." And he had to turn around, and I was like, "I will not." And I've not been back to the trail yet or been on my bike.
No, we got to get you back on that bike. That happened to me too. I was riding. I was like,
Yeah,
but I love riding my bike so much, it ain't stopped me. So But I
good for
got
you.
you. Thank
When
you.
you come to Kansas, we're going biking.
Yes, we are. Yes, thank you. I'm holding you to that. Do you need to get
Oh,
permission?
we will. We have so many bike trails and stuff around here.
You got an extra bike? Do you need to bring a bike? What we doing?
Oh, I have an extra bike. Yeah. If not, we can
Yeah.
rent some or borrow some from my son's runners, some of his buddies that have bikes. Yeah, we're going biking.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad I got on this call.
Yes. Love it. You had a good day.
I did. You heard? Yes, man. Guys, can I do a plug for the mastermind real quick if that's okay? I mean, guys, if you are committed to making 6 or 7 figures this year, guess what? You need to be in the mastermind. Hear what I'm saying? Every single call that I've been on, I have learned something, got an aha moment, got some implementation that I can do and execute on. Listen, success leaves clues. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just go for it. And guess what? Commit to it. You buy every other thing that's in this world or whatever that's not serving you, that's not going to put more money into your pocket. You're literally with someone that genuinely cares about you and wants to see you succeed. Why not? If you're on the fence about, well, that's $599 a month or that's $4,000 a year, whatever, look at your goddamn house. She got crap in it that's collecting dust that you spend hundreds of dollars for. Goddamn well, you're not using it. Y'all see Michelle show up every single week, 5 hours on a Zoom call. I'm half asleep because it's like we've been on here 5 hours, but I ain't hanging up. And you want to not pay that money? Guys, listen, this is what I'm gonna tell you guys. Michelle is paying thousands of dollars for these mentors. And let me tell you guys something. You will never forget what I'm gonna say to you right now. The price that she's charging right now, I know her mentors are telling her to charge more than that. But she's not right now because of how she cares about us. But guess what? There's gonna come a time where she's not gonna be able to be available to us in this capacity. Hear what I'm saying to you, okay? Michelle ain't say this, I'm saying this. And so when that time comes, you can be like, oh, can I? No, now you got to pay more. So the cost of waiting is going to cost you more because you chose to wait. Don't fall into the same trap you've been doing in the past. Do something different. Commit to yourself. This is an investment for you. Okay, it's not about how much money she's making. It's about you and what you want for yourself and your family. Get on that call with her, with Mike, and do the mastermind interview, whatever you have to do, and just go for it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, I'm excited to see your bike community, and I got to be in it, right? Because I
Yes,
like to
you
bike, so
do.
I'm going to need some of the gear, and I'm going to buy it through you.
I got
So,
you, Michelle. Yes.
so let me know when you launch that. I'll be one of your first community members.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. Yes, and everybody heard you.
Oh, I love it. I'm so proud of you. I just love what a visionary you are, my friend. I just think it's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Boy, you guys, if that didn't fire you up, she's like your cup of coffee, right? All right. How do you say your name? Kuffa? How do you say that?
Keffa.
Kuffa. Okay, thank you. I love it. Beautiful name.
Thank you. So my passion is helping people in recovery transition into, I guess, normal life. Just because everything's just changing in their world. And so when they're coming out, they're just at a loss kind of. And that has to do with health. It has to do with exercise, people telling other stories. So they're not feeling, like they're by themselves with these things. So I don't know if that's something that I could push, to have a free community of everyone speaking to each other.
Okay, so would this be to complement your Legacy Builders program, or is
And
this
that's the thing. I don't think they would complement with it, but I'm not sure. But that's been my passion, so I don't know how I can transition that. Just people, not wanting to be alone and feel, starting their new life.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because that's going to be a tougher one to generate an income from, right? Because of the
Right.
position that they're in. So, my opinion, okay, what I would do is I would create a different type of community and get your cash flow coming in at a high six figures or a million, and then create that community where you can just give back
Okay.
and literally have the money to literally give back.
Right, right,
Hmm.
right. Okay.
That's what I
Thank
do.
you so much.
Good question, by the way. All right. Noah, is that right? Oh my
Nona.
Nona. Okay, sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No, that's okay. I get it all the time. So the difference, or kind of explain to me, in the difference in a community and like pocket coaching. Is pocket coaching more going to be like your videos explaining things versus a community kind of
So, yeah,
pushing?
good question, by the way. So, me, if I was going to launch a pocket coaching, I would launch it inside my free community, and they would be locked modules where people can exactly what I would do.
Okay. And
Hmm.
my other question is, so I just started in November, so my email list is only about 40. And so it is, I think, a mixture of people. Some is family, some is friends, kind of on social media, and then random people I don't know. And I'm a school counselor and my boys
Hmm.
rodeo. So those are kind of my two passions, but I'm not sure my email list is, do they fall? I don't think they all fall in that category. So if I push it out to my email list, would they just join if they want to and get
Yeah.
out
And
if they
so again, you only need one person on your email list to launch a free community, right?
don't?
Because what's going to happen is when you have a free community, you're going to show up differently, right? You're going to re-edit your automations to say, hey, join my free community. Or you're going to do a newsletter and be like, oh my gosh, today in the community, I did XYZ, click here to get access to it. And
Okay.
so your content just going to change quite a bit towards going to drive traffic to your email list, which will drive it to your free community.
Okay. Okay. That helps.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Good question. All right, Barbara.
Hello. Oh my God, I thought I was going to have to follow Tasha.
Yeah, nobody wants to follow that, right?
That girl is fire.
She's always
I
like that. She's so amazing. It's so
I know.
fun.
I ride bike every day and I'm going to join her community.
Yeah.
I've been hit by a car on my bicycle, so I have some really good stuff to share with her and for her. But anyway, Michelle, God is so
I've been
good.
attacked by a Great Dane on a bike.
It's so scary. I
Is
dogs scare me well, even
yes.
walking and biking, it's scary.
We could, yeah, share our stories in there.
But I have to tell you, God is so good. The timing of this is amazing.
Mm.
I got into digital marketing August of 23 for the sole purpose of creating my course. When I got into it, I realized that there's an opportunity here for me to help women make money online. So I went that direction. Then at the end of towards the end of 24, I decided I'm going to launch. I'm going to launch. Since 2018, I have had my 5 pillars of health around mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial. That I am, this is what my course is going to be created on. So I went into my chat. I have it all set up. She said, we'll do a launch date when you're ready. And I said, oh, I'm ready. And so we have a
Mhm.
launch date of February 1st, pre-launch of January 24th. I have everything lined out in there with my modules and the lessons inside of the modules. And now
Where do
and
you have
she,
it at? Hosted in where?
so I only have it in chat right now, but
Hmm.
this is so perfect because I want to do it in school, but I'm not sure if I should have, like, how I should do it. Should I have everything ready first and then put it in school, or should I put
Mm-mm.
this is so amazing, Michelle. Like I did a live earlier today and I talked about puzzle pieces. And I'm a
Mhm.
big puzzler, right? So when I put puzzle pieces together, I find the corners and then I do all the edges and then I start putting the pieces in. I've got the corners, those are my pillars. I've got the edges. My chat GPT has laid everything out for me. Now those puzzle pieces and you just put it together for me.
Yes.
This is so
Awesome.
amazing.
Because see, what you want to do is you want to be like when you launch your community, right? You want to be just 2 or 3 days ahead of them. Because if you put so much information in at first, they're going to watch it all, process it all, and get overwhelmed. So
Yeah.
you want to just give a little bit at a time, but you want to engage in that community. Yeah.
Yeah. So good. I am so blessed. Thank
Awesome.
you for
Yeah, thank you
everything
for
you do.
being here. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Trisha, well, you're muted.
Oh, hi everyone. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Thank you, Michelle, for everything. And absolutely thank you for showing the money. You didn't have to do that. That is super inspiring. So my idea of the free community would be my passion is traveling,
Mhm.
fashion, dancing, upping women's confidence, all those amazing things. So you're a brainstorming machine. Like, what do you think? How I always wanted to do retreats on the islands. I'm that
Mhm.
girl, love
Mhm.
the sand, all that stuff. I love chasing waterfalls. And I know a lot of people can't do it because they don't have the freedom, they don't have the time, they don't have the earnings. So I know it will be backed off of legacy builders for sure. But what any ideas for
Exactly
me?
what you just said. So you're promoting the legacy builder, right? You're going to create a free community that talks about travel, and you can do your empowering and stuff that you have in it. And then once you get it going, and once you get a good predictable income stream coming in, right?
Mhm.
And you're going to have affiliates inside of it ahead of time, but then soon you're going to launch a retreat inside of there when you
Nice.
have the cash flow to do the retreat, and then you're going to launch it. Mhm.
Okay, so that would be free first, and then I'm just gonna follow what you do, lock the modules, like that type of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
we're gonna chase some waterfalls. See that? That's what I'm
I
passionate about.
love it.
Anybody
Yes.
who come to Jamaica or any other islands chasing waterfalls, that's my deep passion, and the beach and all that amazing stuff. And empowering women too, of any size, any age, to let them know that you're beautiful and all that amazing stuff. Yeah. So that is it.
Yes. And you're
Thank
going
you
to have
so
fun. You know how different your content's going
much.
to be. Yes.
Yes, fun with the dancing and just having a good time and enjoying nature. So many
Mhm.
people want to do that and they're stuck at their desk every day and they can't do it. So that's really, who I gravitate to, and those are my people. So yes, ah,
Love
for this coach, this is like unbelievable. Thank you so much, Michelle. Ugh, juicy. Okay.
it. Love it.
Oh, Michelle, one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Made another sale off my TikTok live last night.
Good for you, my
I
friend. I love it.
love TikTok live. So thank you guys. Thanks to the community for following me. Oh, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
I love it so much. Congratulations.
Thank
Going to
you.
be a good year, you guys. That's all I got to say. If you are in the implementation mode, you want to take action mode, it is going to be a great year. Yes. All right, Russell.
Hello. I am
Hello.
thrilled about children and raising children. And the thing that I've discovered is it starts before birth. Before birth, it's like children will do 80% of what you do and 10% of what you tell them to do. So it's like, who am I going to become to raise children the way I want them to show up in life? And
Mm-hmm.
then by the time they're 6 months old, if you start teaching them sign language so you can go diaper and
I
hungry and
did. All my kids knew sign language. Yes.
strawberry and banana,
Yes. All of
and
my kids. Yes.
if they start at 6 months, their brain is growing so fast that it um it just it it gives them some kind of relationship with their environment 6 months before other children.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then if my with my daughter, it's like whenever she came to me, no matter what I was doing, she had that way of saying, "Dad, do you have a minute?"
Mm-hmm.
And I drop everything and just pay attention to her. And in paying attention to her, it's like when she was a teen, she never broke, it was never that, oh, I got to get out of the house. And even when she had her boyfriend dumper, she came to me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you
Yep.
know, and it's like my grandson's the same way. It's like I drive him to school, and so that's 15 minutes going and coming each time.
Mhm.
One week we started talking about, he told me in the car, oh, this guy that I does voiceovers for anime died. And I said, really? And I said, what's his name? And he goes, I don't know. And I said, well, don't you think if you really wanted to honor him, you'd know his name? Tuesday, he gets in the car. It was this guy, and, it's like Chris Ayers. And I said, how do you spell Ayers? He goes, I don't know. Wednesday gets in the car, Ayers.
That's
But
so
it's like raising both my daughter, she probably had 50 friends. We had a huge property and had a building that was used to be business on the property. And she had friends over. She'd have 25 friends over at a time
Mhm.
and spend the night, share the weekend. My grandson went trick-or-treating. Now he's 14 or 15 now, but he was 14. They had 102 teenagers going around trick-or-treating together. And I could just imagine, they said, oh, no, no, we only went, a couple of us went to each door. But I could imagine, 100 teenagers showing up. It's like, call the police. But it's like,
Oh, that is so nice. Yeah.
it's the ability to raise completely related children is what it's like to have that be the center for it. And an interesting thing, I woke up 3 days ago saying, I'm going to use school to create a community.
Wow.
And I'm going to do, and I was wondering, how do I do this and create income? And I said, well, people will buy modules. They'll buy it. Oh, I've discovered I'm pregnant.
Mhm.
Oh, I've got a 6-year-old or a 6-month-old. Oh,
Mhm.
I've got a three-year-old. Oh, I've got it, and so on. And it's like, how do you raise them to the point where the other piece for me is education. We're
Mhm.
stuck in the industrial age education. Shut up, sit still, find the answers to the questions I ask you, as opposed to the information and AI age, which is, what's a good question to live into
Mhm.
and things like that. So those would be modules inside of it that I'd sell.
And that's what
But
I love about school, right? Because you can have
yes,
all the modules locked and you can sell this one for $19 or $197 and you can have all different price modules. So I love
right.
that. Yeah.
So
And a
this is
recurring.
like exciting.
Yay! I love that. And I think that's so awesome. You are 1000% right about the sign language. I taught all my kids that so they never got
Yes,
frustrated. They knew how to talk to me. My daughter could speak sentences at 9 months. And my doctor said just because you taught her sign language at
yes.
such an early age. Like it
The
was
other
amazing.
great thing when they're teenagers, you can go like this and nobody else knows
Yeah. Oh
across
yeah,
the
we still
parking
do it.
lot,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and it's like it doesn't make them, shy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. No,
It's
it is
awesome.
awesome. Yeah. That's so cool. I love it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's definitely needed. I don't even hear people talk about sign language and stuff anymore with newborns and, young kids. And it's
I think it's a critical piece. It gives them that ability so much earlier.
hmm
Both um my daughter and my grandson have had so many friends. It's like more than I mean, I was a loner when I was in kid school.
hmm Yeah.
So it's just amazing.
No, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I
Mhm.
love your vision. That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody asked why I taught him sign language. So I heard, kids get frustrated when they can't talk and they can't say words. So when I was pregnant with my son, I started reading a book about teaching your kids sign language. And every word I would talk to them, I would sign language it. So we knew when they were full, we just knew all of the words. And I just taught all my kids that. And I had a lot of people thought, I did have some kids that maybe were deaf, but I'm like, no, my kids never had a fit. They've never been frustrated because they always can talk, but I would always sign language and say the words. And I think that's why many of my kids could talk so early. Like it was insane. Like it was my 9-month-old was wild. Like she cracker, please, mom, not sissy. Like she could say that at 9 months old. It was crazy, but she would sign language it while she said it. So definitely, if you guys have kids or grandkids, make them do sign language. All right, Veronica.
Well, hello, Miss Michelle. How are you?
I'm
So
fantastic. How are
excited
you?
to be here. So my passion is health, wealth, and fitness.
Mhm.
I already have a little community. Well, I don't know if you can call it community with fitness. I've been
Mhm.
very, very, very dedicated to that because I feel that if you have health, then you can enjoy the wealth and then you can become a fitness person. So that will be my passion.
I love it. And it's needed, right? Because people either like they'll start making wealth and they'll neglect their health, or they'll work on their health and neglect making their wealth. And if you don't have the wealth, you're going to have the stress. It's going to cause your health to go bad. So it's perfect. It's definitely needed.
So I didn't know we were able to do it in school. I mean, I'm still learning so much. I'm just blessed to be in this community because the person that I am now is totally different than when I started. And there is so much to learn, and that for me is success. But again, since I didn't know that I was able to do it in school, but now that I'm going to be learning, then I will go ahead and implement because I have it on Facebook. But it's a little different. It's not the same. So
Okay,
I
so
will.
can I tell you why I would never do Facebook?
Mhm.
And many people in this community right now are going to say, yes, I agree with Michelle 1000%. Here's why. It was last Christmas, and I was sitting by in my living room with my family, and I get a notification from Facebook that said somebody changed my password, asked me if I changed it. I immediately said I didn't change it. They still hacked it. That was my big Facebook account. So you think about it. If I would have had our community in Facebook, I would have lost control of it.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's scary. And you can't do that in school, right? And so that's why I don't recommend. I know Christine is on here. I think she lost her Facebook. I know so did oh my God, many people have lost their big Facebook account. And so yeah, Nicholas did. I remember Nicholas lost his. So that's why I don't recommend a Facebook group, because you just don't have any control. Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm looking forward for a Thursday call, and I will join you all for the bike ride. I learned how to bike at 44 years old during pandemic. I didn't know how to ride a bike until then, so I'm super excited for that too.
Yes. How awesome.
So
We're going
much.
to all have to schedule like a bike ride, right? I'll meet up somewhere and get together and ride our bikes. I love
Thank
it.
you so much.
I love it. Somebody asked if school is free. It is not free. You do get 14 days free. And so I'm going to show you how to launch your community and make money before the 14 days. But if you refer to people, your community, or 3 people, your community's free, right? But the thing is I can't hear that excuse because you're holding a cell phone that you pay money for, right? Like, how many subscriptions do you guys have on a monthly basis? Have you guys ever thought about how many subscriptions you have? I asked that on my live the other day, and somebody's like, oh, I got Disney Plus. Oh, I have YouTube. I have this, and named all these subscriptions, right? And so it's yeah, but I love the fact that there's an affiliate attached to it. So yeah, Netflix, exactly. We have all so many little bitty subscriptions, right? This one though will make you money. It's not just to entertain you, right? And that's what I love about it. Hundreds of dollars worth, yes. All right, Christine, Happy New Year, my friend. How are you? I know
Hi,
your wheels are spinning.
your girlfriend. I gotta tell you, I have to really try and control my emotions because you bring tears to my eyes. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love you. You're so sweet.
I love you too. I love this community so much, and I want to help people. I have this huge heart to help as many people as I possibly can. Tasha, I want to know how to keep your butt from hurting riding bikes.
The video,
And-
Tasha.
Russell, you look like Santa Claus. You'd be a beautiful Santa. And anyway, I am the LinkedIn gal. I have a group. I call our group the LinkedIn Turbochargers. We meet every Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock. I've been doing this for years. And all the people that buy from me get to come for free. But those that didn't buy from me can join for $47 a month. I've had this going for a while, but it's not been really successful at me marketing it the way I've been trying to do it. This is a total game changer, what you're telling us about tonight. And that's a lot of the reason why I'm in tears, because I've been trying for 13 years to figure out a way to market my LinkedIn training, because I know I've got something that no other LinkedIn trainers are teaching anybody. And because I know the secrets I've learned through my oldest son, and I'm so blessed that he was using LinkedIn he was working with Microsoft at the time, and he was a lead programmer, and he headed up teams of programmers, all working on different projects. And he said, Mom, I need somebody to help me run my LinkedIn. I had no idea about LinkedIn, none. And he taught me some tricks and tips that I have never seen anybody else use on LinkedIn. And I thought after a while, he didn't need me anymore. So I thought, well, I can help people with this, right? So I have 4 programs that I've put together for LinkedIn. And I just have a huge passion to help people, because the very first time I went to a LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, but to a networking sit down to breakfast meeting, I got the brainwave to ask how many people there were on Facebook. Well, all the hands went up. Then I asked them, how many of you here are on Twitter? Well, about half the room, the hands went up. And then I said, how many of you here are on LinkedIn? In a room of 35 to 40 people, 2 hands went up. 2, be 3 with me. And then I said, how many of you would like help with LinkedIn? Well, all the hands went up. So I got a brainwave while I was standing there, and I said, so I knew that there was a room on the side I could book. I said, okay, starting next week, I've got 2 20-minute slots before the meeting and 2 20-minute slots after the meeting, $1 a minute. I'll help you get started setting up LinkedIn. But that's how I got started coaching. But I had no idea how to do an email list, or how to do, how to set up a landing page, or any of that kind of stuff. And I didn't even know I needed one. And then people started telling me I needed all this stuff. Michelle, I'm telling you this story because you are telling me how to do it. I can do it. And I can learn stuff. That's one thing I know. I can learn stuff. So I want to set up a community, and I'm going to set up a LinkedIn, a free LinkedIn community, but I need to know how to balance it out. Like, what do I do for free, and how do I charge, and where do I bring that in, and that kind of stuff. And
there's a lot of do's and don'ts, that's for sure.
yeah. And because I can see how people can maybe get confused, and I don't want that to happen. I want people to feel like they're welcome. Like in your community, everybody who comes into your community feels welcome. We feel like we're part of a huge family, and we're all extended brothers and sisters. That's the way I feel. And I think most of the people here feel the same way, and that's what you want us to feel, right?
Absolutely. That's the goal.
Yeah. So I will be in your mastermind. I just need to get some more sales here. And I will be there.
Yes.
We are some seniors, my husband and I, who have been caught in the low pension. And we have been really going through a grind, right? And I'm trying to think how to say it positively without getting. And so we have had to pay off credit cards and whatnot. And we're in our mid-70s, and we've been managing this apartment building for over 10 years now. And it's an old building, has no elevator, and we have to clean the whole thing and do minor repairs. And physically, my husband was in a near-death car accident in 2017. He's a walking miracle. He had over 400 broken ribs on his left side. Yeah, breaks in his ribs. And anyway, so we don't know how much longer our health is going to last. So I have a really big burn to do whatever it takes and whatever I can do to get us out of this hole that we've been in, but to do it in a happy way, right? Because I love people, and I want to help people. I've gone through a lot of abuse in my life. I won't go into any details of that, but